Hello and welcome to this presentation about the MA Film Programme at University of the Arts London and the London College of Communication. My name is James Fair and I am the course leader for the MA Film Programme. My own background is in directing and producing for both documentary and fiction films, feature lengths. But I've also been an educator as well and worked at lots of different universities running film programs. And I'm going to talk a little bit today about the specific things that we're looking for on the MA film program here at University of the Arts London. Our course is focused very much on narrative fiction filmmaking. We make a lot of different projects of varying different lengths and complexities, always really focusing on the industrial mode of fiction filmmaking. So specialist crews making narrative short films that go out to wider film festivals. The different students that we get upon this program vary. They're a very international cohort. This year, we've got about 14 different languages on the course. We have around 42 students. Everyone, although they come from very different backgrounds, are all very, very passionate about cinema. That's just an expectation of anyone who joins us on the course. But everyone has a mix of prior experiences. Some people have worked in industry, but not necessarily education, and are coming to kind of explore the qualification side of things. And we also have students that have done perhaps other filmmaking programs in education, but have yet to have any experience of industry. And so it's quite a variety, but there is a connection around the need to collaborate. So regardless of what background people have come from, everyone is learning to work together, which is exactly the same as a film set. And because it's exactly the same as a film set, it's got that industry emphasis that we get used to collaborating. We are not really an auteur course that's just for sort of individual filmmakers' visions of things. We are very much working around development collaboratively to arrive at a project that has got the input of all these different specialisms to make the film much better than any one person could have made by themselves. To help us with all of this, we have a variety of different specialist facilities. We have our own specialist MA kit. We have ARRI Alexa workflow, which with its own specialist lighting kit, we use Scorpio sound recorders. For post-production, we share it with the rest of the film and television programs. We're using both Adobe and Avid post workflows, so Premiere and Audition or Avid and Pro Tools. And we have sound stages, which we share with other programs as well. We are a mixture of some studio projects, but also location. It really depends on what projects are proposed and come forward and what we decide to make. But usually you'll have some kind of experience of these different types of filmmaking whilst you're studying on the course. Our expertise is quite varied. So my own, as I've already said, is sort of around general filmmaking, directing, producing, but I'm also supported by a team of other filmmakers who have got experiences of different specialisms in industry. We have other associate lecturers that join us to help with specialisms as well. So we have production designers, cinematographers, editors, people who come and join to teach particular specialist elements, but then also a team of people who are generally looking at filmmaking for the rest of the course. We are connected to industry in as much as we are based in central London with all of the different opportunities that are around us. We're sort of 10 minutes away from the British Film Institute. We have regular newsletter updates about all of the different film festivals and screening opportunities that are happening in the city. We use the opportunity to have visiting speakers. We had recently a casting director come in and speak to our students, but also we're very, very much festival facing. We're interested in our films going out into the wider world. So this is very much our kind of connection to industry as we like to see it. As part of this, we also have accreditation and partnerships, so recognition from the outside world of the work that we're doing on the course. We are part of the BAFTA Albert Education Partnership, teaching sustainability to all of our students in order for them to be able to go out and be environmentally aware about carbon literacy within filmmaking and the ways in which they can improve it. Our Screen School is a select film member. Our students have BFI player accounts, so online streaming of particular important films that we feel are good for you to see. But also we have the Stanley Kubrick archive based here within LCC itself. And our students are engaging with this wonderful resource of the different artifacts that Stanley Kubrick used when making his own films. There's also other filmmakers like John Schlesinger, is their archive here as well. But Stanley Kubrick's is really the largest that we have here on the campus and is a really, really great resource for being able to see the work and preparation that goes into making films from a perspective like Stanley Kubrick. I mentioned earlier that we're incredibly collaborative. That's very much the method and the mode in which we work. It's not really a space for sort of individual art films. We work a lot with other MA film courses like screenwriting and then BA courses like the acting students. And we do spend a lot of time workshopping and collaborative exercises and getting experiences of working together. Really, that's our emphasis is on the ability to work in often very international cohorts and communication across different communities. So that is a very, very important part of what we're looking for when recruiting students is their ability to work as part of a team. I've tried to include a lot of different images here of different films as we've been going through recent movies of our graduate stories of different awards and achievements. So the example here, I've used Madonna Mia, which won cinematography award at the Nahimi last year, but also films like Ajotin had a lot of success a couple of years ago. We're encouraging our films to go out into the wide world and achieve festival success. We think that's what a lot of our students come here for, and that's one of the things that we're looking to achieve when you leave. But there are also examples. If you look at this company, weareonebyzero.com, this is people who met upon the course and have decided to go into business together. So there's also people who are finding partnerships and friendships which last beyond the life of the course itself and into the future, which I think grows out of that collaborative experience. If you take a look at some of our work that on the student showcase, there are different films on our showreel. We're in the process of updating them. In actual fact, there's been a bit of a challenge with making sure that we're not putting up films which are already going out into film festivals at the moment and damaging their chances of getting published. But also the pandemic had a small part to play of there being a kind of gap. So we will be updating this with some more films soon, but you can see the sort of standard and the different types of story and the different narratives that we're working with upon the course. Okay, so now I just want to spend a little moment just explaining a little bit about what we're looking for as part of the application. As part of the application, we need you to write a personal statement In that, I would like to see a little bit about your reasons for why you're choosing the course, what skills you think you've already got, but perhaps more importantly, where you would like to improve. So I'm interested in critical self-reflection of like, what are you great at, but what are you looking to try and get out of the course to improve upon? That's really important for me to see and read. I'm interested in any relevant education and experience, especially if you don't have any formal academic qualifications, but I'm also interested in where you may have done something extracurricular above and beyond what you had to study on the course. Like, did you, I don't know, make films with your friends or write blogs and film reviews or, make skateboarding videos when you were younger? I don't really mind, but if you think it's important to include, to demonstrate your passion, include it. And then I would like you to state your preferred specialism as to where you see yourself collaborating on the course. So do you think that you're, be able to contribute as a director, a producer, director of photography, sound, production designer, post-production? Put this at the top of your personal statement because it kind of informs the rest of what I'm reading. And it's important that you do this because really we're looking to build teams. So we're trying to get a balance of these different specialisms on the course. And I must say, a lot of the time, more people want to be a director than any other role. So that's far more competitive. But put the area that you would like to develop and your preferred specialism. It may be subject to change when you arrive. That's something that we have to meet through later on the process of interviewing, etc. But where would you see yourself as your preferred specialism? Then there's a requirement for a portfolio, and we will review your initial application. And if you've met the entry requirements, you'll be asked to submit something via PebblePad, which is our online portfolio tool. And it should have the following things. It should be around it should be a maximum of 20 pages, not around. It is a maximum of 20 pages. So don't go over. In that, it may demonstrate any work you've used for preparing in your specialism. So it may be you've got drawings of storyboarding or maybe lookbooks. It may be production design work. It may be scripts. It may well be editing timelines, color grade comparisons. I don't really mind. We're looking here for not just the product of a film, but the process you've taken to get to that film and the evidence of your development towards that film. I want you to include the best examples of your film work up to a maximum of 10 minutes. Include evidence of your preferred filmmaking specialism. So for example, if you're looking at sound or editing, your show reel should be reflecting your editing. It's great that it looks like an amazing film, but is it demonstrating your preferred specialism? Please don't include any links to other platforms or websites because they won't be viewed and we won't be able to consider them. So it's only the films and things that you upload to PebblePad that we'll be able to watch. Then after we review this, it may well be that we offer you a place based on this portfolio, or you may be invited to an interview for further discussion. And this would normally be held online and will last between 15 and 20 minutes and is a discussion a little bit about what you hope to get from the course and whether or not we're the right fit for you and you're the right fit for us. So it's not guaranteed everyone will have an interview, but at the same time, it may well be that you get called to one as part of your application process. So hopefully that's helped explain a little bit about the course and how we work with your application. If you've got further questions, please reach out to the admissions team. But hopefully I look forward to hearing from you soon and hopefully seeing and studying with you at UAL. Thank you for your time.